entrepreneur, sometimes you need to be just as comfortable asking the questions as an interviewer and conducting the interview as you are being on the other side and being interviewed. Thankfully, I am. To learn more, subscribe at NicoleDMiller.com.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another edition here at FutureLand. We have just had some great people here. We have another great guest for you guys today, Miss Nicole D. Miller. Okay, author, entrepreneur, just a phenomenal person all the way around. And we have her here on the couch with us today, just talking about her experience here at FutureLand and just a great thing to expect for her in the future. So, without further ado, Miss Nicole D. Miller.
Thank you, Brandon. I really appreciate it. I'm super excited to finally grace the presence of the pull-up experience, but we won't get into that.
Yes, ma'am. You guys don't know, inside joke. What you guys don't know about making podcasts, there are a lot of mistakes that are made, and Miss Nicole D. Miller has been very gracious with me over the years, and I thank her for that. I won't say that publicly on this thing, but let me ask you this real quick. You have been here you have graced the stage of FutureLand, and you also have made, your presence well known throughout here. What are some of the takeaways you have gotten here at FutureLand today?
What I love about FutureLand is that you never know who you're going to connect with.
Yeah.
I think when we're in our city, there are so many different silos. People get caught up in their cliques or their communities. And I just met a woman today who's another published author.
Yeah.
And it's like when you meet somebody new, you're shocked because you're thinking you met everybody in Cleveland. But it's not that. It's just that you got caught up in your community and your clique and your silo. So one of the things I love is that we're in spaces of like-minded people who we've never met, even though we live in the same city doing the same thing. I just met another Black female published author. So that was amazing.
Wow.
I love the inspiring stories because I'm an author. I love stories. I gain so much from documentaries, from those who have overcome, and it makes me feel like I can too. So when they're on the stage and they're sharing their stories, it's so motivating for those in the audience, especially when we hear we're doing the right things. We're grinding, we're connecting, we're elevating and all of that, and it works. They're the evidence that it works. Lastly, I would say I love how it impacts our community. I'm good friends with Alicia Ellis. She's one of the co-founders.
Shout out to Alicia.
Alicia has such a knack for opening doors for others and seeing where people belong based on their gifts. So I love the heart behind the movement of FutureLand, that it's really about empowering our community, transforming it, and utilizing the gifts that are already in our city to make it better.
Oh, that's so good. And like I said, shout out to Alicia, because once again, I will co-sign that. She has the great ability of doing just that. And she is the queen of collaboration.
Yes, she is.
If I can say so myself. So with that being said, let me ask you this. We've had quite a bit of conversations over this time. And as a person who is new to all this, what advice you get to somebody who goes to conferences and wants to get out there but doesn't know the exact way to go about it?
So you're saying attend conferences?
Yes, or FutureLand is something of his own or whatnot, but something to his son like it.
I think that it's really hard when you're an introvert, as we've discussed, we both are, and it can be scary and overwhelming to network. But I think the goal is to make purposeful relationships with others. So it's not necessarily meeting 100 people, but it's meeting 5 people that you can really build with and have lasting, sustainable organizations or community building, relationships with. So that's kind of my goal. Don't be intimidated by the numbers. Just come and talk to one person and make it a meaningful conversation.
You're very wise. So let me ask you this. Well, since it's FutureLand, what can we expect from you in the future, Miss Miller?
Well, currently I am publishing some other authors. I've gotten into ghostwriting and memoir writing.
Nice.
So I think there will be more of those things. I'm really gearing up to make Girl Talk an actual podcast. So I definitely want to be in the podcasting space. I know that's been a long time coming. So definitely we'll do that. Of course, there will be more books. I'm working on my second novel. I'm working on a documentary. I see myself hosting more. I've gotten a lot of opportunities for that recently. So I'm sure you'll be seeing me hitting the stage even more.
Yes, ma'am. Well, listen, I have had the honor of you moderating me on the panel, and I think you do an amazing job.
Thank you.
Absolutely. So let me ask you this. Where can people learn more about you? Where can I learn more about your books, and where can I purchase the books also?
So NicoleDMiller.com. But also, if you're interested in publishing, ndmiller.pub. And then if you're interested in my debut novel, When Love Wins, whenlovewins.love. I, of course, am very active on social media. So Instagram at HTOHB, which stands for How to Overcome Heartbreak, the name of my first book. Facebook.com/HTOHB. LinkedIn, sometimes Twitter, at Nicole D. Miller.
Okay. So this doesn't count as an interview between me and you. This is just like a prelude to it all, okay? So just...
This is not it. This is not the end.
It's not the end, absolutely. So, guys, we want to thank Miss Nicole D. Miller coming on, sitting down with us, and being gracious enough to forgive me a little bit there. And we just want to thank you guys for being here. And if you are not here at FutureLand, I don't know what you're doing in your life, okay? So do me a favor, check it out, be here at year 4, and we'll see you guys next time.